This is no fantasy, no careless product of wild imagination. No, my good friends, these indictments that I have brought you today, specific charges listed herein against the individuals, their acts of treason, their ultimate aim of sedition, these are matters of undeniable fact. I ask you now to pronounce judgment on those accused.
extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But.
Some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first. Some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarmingly, some media outlets publish these same simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 This is extremely dangerous to our democracy. Our democracy. Our democracy.
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
Me. We've got something to talk about tonight. We've got something to talk about every night. You're going to have to forgive me. For some fucking strange reason, I have a small bronchial cold, and I've been trying to shake that shit for days. So I'll be clearing my throat every once in a while. Get your minds out of the gutter. It's absolutely disgusting, and it's offensive. I'm just telling you right now, it's offensive. But before we get to the meat of the subject matter tonight, let's get over here and recognize the folks that matter. The folks that are in here, popping in this chat, talking shit, giving their opinions, showing up, being counted and represented. And I thank you one and all. Rebel Boltman, I was about to say, man, where that sermon at? It's right here. It's right here. A little bit late tonight, man. I got out late to go and get some groceries. You know how big niggas are. They like groceries. I should not have said that, but that's okay. YouTube ain't going to pay me nothing, no ways. Vicious is in the house. Good to see you, man. A Seraphim. Master Wrench. What's going on, sir? How you doing, man? Red-pilled. Wonder what you could be talking about here. Red-pilled in name only, who married a single mama. I can hardly wait. I'm not going to jump into this and be like, hey, let's trash this motherfucker. I want to hear what he got to say. I watched about 2 minutes, and I knew that I was going to say something about this. Look, this is not the first go around with RPR. He's doing what he's kind of always done. I always felt like he had 1 foot in and 1 foot out and was trying to figure out who, what, when, and where. And that's okay. I'm not mad at anybody for not wanting to be us or to be me. I'm not mad at that. Not one little bit. Conversely, I have to say that when you try to pull a Paul Elam and say anything I do that I make my choice to do means I'm a MGTOW. I'm a man and I'm going my own way. Look, I'm going to go over here and ice pick my fucking throat. So everybody should do it. I don't think that that's the way to go either. There's a clear understanding out here of what MGTOW is. There's also a clear understanding out here that it is the #1 mover and shaker in the manosphere. MGTOW is what gets it done, period. Doesn't come with any strings. Doesn't come with any bullshit. Doesn't come with a nice little fairy hat and a suit and a uniform that you put on. No, you just adapt a few standards for yourself because most of you aren't used to having a standard. You're used to being told what to do and who to go to and how to become disposable for them. Let's be honest. Most of us have been in that boat. Billy the Buffalo's in the house. Parking lot. Good to see you, sir. RP Colossus is in the house. Oh, look at all these wrenches. These master wrenches. MGTOW Outlaw. Outlaw, how do you not have a wrench on this channel? Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me get over to YouTube. We got to correct this travesty. How does MGTOW Outlaw not have a wrench? That's absurd. Oh, by the way, while I'm talking about this, if you enjoy the shredding in that countdown, that is the Chief Shredder, Master Shredder, Jeffrey Paul. He's on YouTube. You can jump out there real fast and take a peek at him. And you can get that song, Hammer and Anvil, for $1. $1, man. It's the best-selling song that he's got there so far. So where are you? Where art thou, MGTOW Outlaw? I'm looking through my chat here, and I cannot see you. Where are you? Post a comment, MGTOW Outlaw. Post a comment. Post a comment, brother, so I can get this tragedy taken care of. Ghost Shura, you're in there too, bro. You're getting a fucking wrench. Americus, how do you not have a wrench? This must be from the last when the channel got shit canned. I didn't get every. Come on, motherfucker. I didn't get everybody put back. So Americus, you're on now, bro. You're on. See, the hamster's got one. Ghost got one. There you go, Ghost. There you go. Australia. How the fuck does Australia not have one? There you go, bro. You're in like Flint. And look, my fucking no. That simply is not gonna go. Flady, you're in. You got one, brother. All right. Well, I guess MGTOW Outlaw, MGTOW Outlaw is not gonna put any. Sotanar, the Sage, man. If it's not convenient, can I get? If it's not inconvenient, can I get my second one? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not used to seeing that one, brother. I'm not used to seeing that one. So send me a private message. Send me a private message. You know how to get a hold of me, and I know who you are over there. So send me a private message, and we'll get that squared away. Man, I have been neglectful. Hang on one second, guys. We'll get to the main. A lot of wrenches were lost the first time around, including mine. Well, Mouth, there you go. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you big time. Well, if we can get Outlaw back in here at some point in time to comment, we'll do that. Appreciate you, one and all, as always. Stolen Hellcat. I gotta put this up here. Women are fine. Fucking make babies or you'll be bred out by non-whites. This statement stinks of fear. I'm not afraid of being extinct. It doesn't scare me in the least little bit. Not one fucking bit. And me going out there and fucking and making babies just so that I can be entered into the circle of usury again is not something that's on the bingo card. It's just not. It's not. Have fun. If that's what you want to do, you can have my piece. Go get it. Have fun. I'm not interested in doing that. Until we have significant changes in the fucking law, which law should have nothing to do with who I speak to, fuck, grab their titties, roll around in the bed, have kids with. The law should not be involved in that process at all. The only thing that I will say is take care of your children. If you make them, take care of them. Sometimes it's fucking impossible. Absolutely impossible to do because the other parent is a scumbag, is a cunt. And she knows that she can use you. She knows that she can do that. It has been made abundantly clear over the last 60, 70 years that is what the divorce apparatus is for. Just because she's bored. Do you think I'm going to give up all of that time? Give up my progeny again? I'm not doing that. Most of us had no idea that this was happening the first time around, and we got sucked into it. Well, you know now, don't you? So no, you don't go out there and recklessly make children because you fear that your white people are going to disappear. If white people disappear, it's because they fucking did it to themselves. And good fucking riddance to you. If you're too stupid to see past all of that shit, you ain't needed here no ways. It's just what it is. Just what it is. If white people don't stand up and start taking control of their own lives, you can fucking count on not being here. It won't take more than 100 years to wipe you out. 100, and then you're done. And fuck it. Then you can let all of the fucking Neanderthals scrap over what's left. It's happening already. Anybody see London lately? Yeah. Yeah, it's like that. You can't tell me that I'm not British. Oh my God, man. Riggs Jr. was in the house, man. I was somewhat cool with Rhino. I saw the path he went down and left it because he didn't wipe his ass with the sheets on the way out like so many before. But this latest group of videos plus more, well, that's what we're going to talk about. It wasn't actually sort of, kind of, you know, taking your underwear off and then wiping your fucking crotch mung in MGTOW's face on the way out the door. We've had plenty of people come and go. Plenty of people have come and gone. And they said, look, I can't. Albuquerque Bandit. Albuquerque Bandit. Prime fucking example. I've just had a different thought on this process. Happy humble hermit. I've just reconsidered where I was in life. And I wish you all the best. You know what I said to either of them? I wish you the best. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. And the same holds true for Red Pill Rhino. I mean, it's like sticking a hand grenade up your ass and pulling the pin. But good luck. Maybe it won't go off. Maybe it's a dud. I'm just saying, you go out there and you scoop up a single mother, got the kid sitting there. No disrespect to the kids. They didn't call for this. They didn't ask for this. You have an established history of somebody that can't stay with somebody that did the most intimate, deeply personal thing that you can do with another human. You made children with them. You were inside of them. And they couldn't make that work. Now, it was either a cocksucking dude, he was a scumbag, he was a PUA, he was a chaser, or that's just the way that things go. Maybe she was, but you don't know. Maybe she was a scumbag. Maybe she still is. You just don't know. You couldn't have possibly vetted this person. Could not have possibly vetted this person. In that short amount of time, there's no fucking way. Absolutely no fucking way. No way. Frost, what's going on, Frost, man? Red Pill Rhino threatened to call the cops on me and get a lawyer because I called him a cock and made fun of him. And made fun of him for marrying a single mother. That is, brothers, that is rule number fucking 1. Usury, the investment in usury, you have to deplatform usury in your life. What is the chief way not to do that? Wife up, didn't even girlfriend up, wifed up a single mother with an established history. Look, I hope it's the kind of single mom, and I don't mean this in any nasty way. I'm 100% serious when I say this, that just grabbed a dud of a man, got pregnant. She thought everything was going to be great, and the guy was like, fuck you, bitch, I'm leaving. You and that kid. But now you have to deal with that. Now you have to deal with that. And that's even if baby daddy is not in the fucking picture. Do you realize how much fucking strife and struggle you took on? Is he dead? Because if the fucking father is dead, then you can guarantee that he's not going to be in the picture. If he ain't dead, your guarantees mean nothing. Absolutely nothing. You're going to call the cops on you, huh? You bad man, calling out usury and shit. How's that going for everybody out there anyways? How's the quest for peace going? The quest for not being a scumbag, not being a pay pig for the government. How's that quest going? Going pretty good? I hope that it's going pretty good. Ray 62 Lee, man. Good evening, warriors. Good evening, sir. How are you? Mr. Evatar. Shout out, brother. Rock on, man. Who else is in the house? Ketamine, Trout. Late sermon alert. Yeah. I got a little caught up with shit today and had to go get some stuff done, but it is what it is. One fast act. What's going on, Wrench? Mr. Master Wrench, how are you doing, sir? Gentlemen and gentlemen, good to see y'all. You know that there's some lurkers around here, some hate-watching motherfuckers around here. They just do what they do, and it's okay. MGTOWMASTER's in the house. Davina Duckworth is in the house. Honeycomb, good to see you, bro. Gentlemen, Gettleman. What's a Gettleman? Gettleman? Monks, good evening. I'll take it. I'll be a Gettleman. I'll be a Gettleman today. That's all right, man. Honeycomb, I see the whole gang is here, man. Miss that first or I'll miss the first or most of the stream, man. Got to close up shop and go home, brother. You got to do what you got to do. Take care of your life and the things in it before you start attending streams. Don't get wasted just because, man. Ghost Trucker X. Is that Ghost Trucker X or Ghost Trucker 10? It's got to be an X, right? It's got to be an X. Yeah, Schmuck Nation, man. All right, let's get on down here. I know that we have wasted enough time. I don't consider it a waste. Not a waste to shout people out, man. Dr. Ginger Hamster, man, at JDP will have you back on the tennis court before you know it. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Shout out to the 181 sets of eyeballs in the house over here at the Used Tubes. 113 sets over here at the Rumble Dumble, man. It's 6 strong over here at MGTOW TV. Let's get to the main course tonight. I watched about 2 minutes of this, and I felt like it was time to jump on in here and speak on this because we've had this. Look. We've been down this road before with this very same fellow. Wished him luck then. I'm going to wish him luck now, but we're going to comment on this and see how it goes.
What's going on, everybody? I wanted to talk to you guys about something that was on my mind. For those of you that are willing to listen and think critically, that's going to be the challenge.
Qualifiers. We're going to run that back. You got to pay it. Look, I break down language. I break down statements. And I don't care what the original intent of them is. What is being said is what matters. So we're going to listen to that one more again.
What's going on, everybody? I wanted to talk to you guys about something that was on my mind. For those of you that are willing to listen and think critically, that's going to be the challenge for some of you. But
so in 30 seconds, the only way that you can hear this is if you hear it through his head. And if you can't do that, it's going to be a challenge for you. It's going to be a challenge for you. So, man. Joshua Demers production, JDP. It's time to stop pretending I'm a forklift with my forearms for the rest of my life is basically what I've had to accept. That's hard when you reframe RVs for a way to expand living possibilities. I agree. 100%. Nature of man. Rhino, go away quietly or in pieces. It's your choice, my friend. I agree. Isn't it interesting that 9 out of 10 of the folks that decide that they're not going to stick around here, which really, honestly, You shouldn't be sticking around here as a lifer. Very few people get called to speak on a topic or a subject for an extended amount of time, years and years and years and years. Very few people. What you should be doing is trying to develop your bedrock attributes, control your biology, and get the fuck on out the door. Live your life. Make your decisions and your choices with you being at the forefront of your decisions and choices. Like I said earlier, if you jump off of a bridge and you claim that you're MGTOW because you chose to jump off the bridge, I'm calling bullshit. A man going his own way is a man making his own choices, right? Making his own decisions, unless he's insane or governed by his dick. And Red Pill Rhino knows that. He knows that. He chose to go out there and do what he's doing. Okay, go on out there and do what you're doing. But don't, after years of sitting around absorbing red pill and pumping it right back out there, talk about, oh, man, change your heart. It's not good. You know. Americus, he chose the plantation. He chose a relationship with a mother that already had a child. So there's a broken relationship on her side of this investment by him. What is every single mother that you have ever heard with younger children, let's say under the age of 18, what did they say? No one will date me. I don't understand. I'm valid. But your choices aren't. I don't look at any single mother out there and say, that bitch is a disgusting, filthy cunt for having a kid. I don't do that. I don't do that. You might do that. I don't do that. But your choices are disgusting and filthy, and you refuse to see that they are that. I don't care. In 5 months, 6 months, you haven't vetted this woman. Now, it's not my problem. You took her on. So good luck. Good luck. That's all I'm saying. Good luck. I don't know that he chose the plantation, but is this a wise choice? Is this a strong choice for him going forward? No. Hell fucking no, it's not. On top of that, every single red flag that we have discussed year over year ad nauseum for 15 fucking years, she's got them. I mean, do your fucking eyeballs work? Your dick action you can't be that desperate. You can't be that desperate. Something went wrong. Or did it go right? I don't know. Is she a victim of circumstance? I don't know, man. Let's figure it out.
For those of you that can, I want you to think about this. I took a year now to kind of step away, worry about my life.
Did you take a year to step away, or did you get involved with somebody and then attempt horribly, by the way, to rationalize it with this fucking whack-ass performance? Because that's what I think this is a performance.
Worry about work, worry about my personal life, which sounds like I'm going to discuss here tonight, right? Yeah, so I am.
Lecoq! What else can it be but the plantation? Double H, is she paying the bills? I don't know. I don't know if she is. All I'm going to say is that if he's moving strongly, what the fuck? Get in there, bitch. If he's moving strongly, if he's at the center of all of his choices, and this is where it put him, good luck. Because now what has happened? What has happened? Now you find yourself involved with a single mother. Statistically speaking, that is an 80% chance of somebody lobbing a fucking grenade at you and kicking your face in.
I took a year to unplug, to kind of step back, and reevaluate.
Reevaluate what? Reevaluate what?
One thing I'm concerned when I step back in, throughout that year, I've stayed in contact with many of the channel supporters, subscribers, and panel members.
And let me ask you a question, RPR. Why do you think they were channel supporters and subscribers and online friends? Why do you think that was? Do you think it was because you were out there talking about the values and benefits and virtues of fucking single mothers, impregnating them? Do you think that's why? I guarantee you that it wasn't. It's sort of like Coach Greg Adams. I'm not going to call that fucker a coach anymore. It's like Greg Adams saying that I can't speak the way that I need to speak, want to speak in his chat because we got hoes in this chat and they might get offended. And this is a business before it's anything. I didn't need to hear nothing else. I knew that he was no longer interested in helping men. He's interested in helping himself.
Everybody from, Jimmy and Sean, Crusader and Billy, even Pop and Blake. I've still been in contact with them. Not as regularly, but, we've still spoken. And one thing I'll tell you is everybody in this community has been very supportive. Most of them know what's gone on in my life in the last year, right? And one of those things is that I found myself in a new relationship.
Okay, stop. Congratulations. Nothing wrong with finding yourself in a relationship. There's nothing wrong with that. What did you do to safeguard yourself? Did you just meet some bitch in a bar somewhere? It's like, oh man, you're kind of killer. I'd like to take you home. Is that how it happened? Did you meet her at church? I don't need to know. I'm just saying, for all the ambiguity that is in these statements that I've heard so far, there's nothing really concrete. You can't just go out and meet somebody today and be like, man, that's fucking amazing. Look at all them MGTOW that were wrong. This is the only problem that I have with people when they do this. If you go and meet somebody and you want to share your life with them and you do it with open eyes, good luck. I hope it doesn't blow up in your fucking face. I hope it doesn't. Well known that MGTOW carry on relationships. You should probably think hard before you do that. Vet the individual. Vet them. If you don't do that, the shit that happens to you beyond that, you're asking for it. Whether you asked for it or not, you're going to get it if you don't do your homework.
Right? Now, what I want to discuss really quick before I get into that is my concern with controlled opposition.
No, I'm just curious. Who would the controlled opposition be? If we're going to bring up the term controlled opposition, knowing full well what that means through the normie lens, to say nothing about the red pill lens, who is the controlled opposition? Who is it?
And what I mean by that is you have a group out there that miraculously, their channels.
Now, what group? Who are we talking about? What group is with miraculous channels? I'm assuming he's going to say growth. Ketamine, trout. The disconnect is jarring. You can be red pill aware if married, but you can't be a MGTOW if you stake yourself to the pillars of society, on top of the fact that you have willingly entered into an abusive relationship. Everything in that fucker depends on you being used until you are used up. Now, I'm not talking about child rearing. I'm not talking about giving of yourself to make your child a better human being. That's not getting used up. It is getting used for your time, your attention, your time, and your money. Some of that can be worthwhile if you're raising a family. Let us never forget that. Let us never forget that. Now, some of you in the chat might be rolling your eyeballs at me. You going soft, Hammer. No, I just know what it is. I know why we exist in this form now. I know why MGTOW came about. IBMOR, SYSBM. I know why they're here. You should too. If you're commenting on it, you should know too.
Grow really quickly. They're really popular. They've mixed in with some of the names that you've heard me say tonight. But yet they get a lot of views. And they're monetized. And even when their platforms get demonetized, they come back and get monetized again.
Who are we talking about? One of the things that I don't like is the apparition that is thrown out there in front of people like us right now, this second. Who are we talking about? Name fucking names. Who are we talking about? If there's supposed to be some body of people out here that get all of this, that, and the other, if they haven't already been mentioned, like fucking Cooper or the Tates or Fed and Fraud, any of these fucking scumbags, these female grifters, if they haven't already been named, name them. Name them. There's no ambiguity involved here. At least there shouldn't be. Name them.
Well, it sounds to me like a lot of you are getting a message. It seems a lot like controlled opposition. I've heard it said on certain channels, and I'm not going to name those channels. You'll figure that out yourself.
Why? Why? Sigma MGTOW 4 man, I already want nothing to do with this dumbass. I'm not going to go and call him a dumbass. I think that it's not the smartest decision in the world to become involved with a single mother. I don't think that that's smart at all. Reasonable folkism, man. Without naming channels or people, this is just empty claims. Claims require substance. What else do they require? They require fucking proof. Proof. Receipts. Name them. If you got this fucking bone to pick with people, name them.
MGTOW. Men going their own way, right?
Oh.
Well, I've never claimed to be a MGTOW, never will.
Nothing wrong with that. And that's fine. One of our closest allies is Undead Chronic. Never claimed to be a MGTOW. If he did, it was for a month. And then he decided, no, that's not really my style, not my speed. And then has adamantly said since then, no, not real. I'm not a MGTOW, but I support MGTOW. So not a problem there. You don't have to be MGTOW. You don't have to like MGTOW. You certainly can't argue with the results. It's been pretty fucking impressive from where I sit. So MGTOW, are you seriously telling me that you think that MGTOW is controlled opposition? MGTOW, the Taliban of the manosphere. God almighty.
Because MGTOW is becoming a cult. I said it flat out.
Well, you can say anything that you want. Half of this country, that's hundreds of millions of people, think that Christians and conservatives are a cult. What defines a cult? What is a cult? RPR, what's a cult? What's a cult? It's not tens of millions of men that see the benefits of not getting married by the state. You can still have a civil union. You can have a civil union, but the state has nothing to do with the civil union. Period. That's a decision between two people. State has nothing to do with that as long as you're not signing a license. So state marriage instead of biblical marriage. What is a cult? MGTOW is no marriage, no cohabitation, no unwanted or additional children. I don't know the rest of the rules. It's not so much a rule. Not so much a rule. It's what's in our white paper. And each one of these that you've stated up here has a purpose for not being so. No marriage. Why? No marriage. You're talking about state-sanctioned marriage, licenses. You invite the state in to divvy up your fucking property and give it to people that didn't earn it, that don't have to sit through all of the fucking horseshit that you have to sit through. They could just say, hey, I'm going to collect that check. What just happened to that one fucking, what's his name? Is it Tyreek Hill? I might be wrong about that, but it's a big time foosball player. This bitch was married to him for 18 months, and now she wants $300 million. $300 million, man. Get the fuck out of my face with that. Just go away. You know, that's horrible. Fuck. Oh, let me put that back up there. No cohabitation. Why would we say no cohabitation? Vet them, gentlemen, vet them. If you decide that this is something that you want to do, the marriage, the cohabitation, if you want to have kids, you better fucking know what you're doing. You better know what you're doing. The first two, you can get away with. The second one, you drop a kid in her, big fucking trouble. Now, does that deprive you of a legacy? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Until you can find a way to trust them. Yeah, it does. And we have no trust for them. Not much. Not much. Got to be careful, guys. Rumbling wreck, man, this is unbearable. I'd rather watch 3 she-boons fighting over a DL brother. Man, I'm going to turn in. Catch you later, bro. Be good. I'm so sorry that you're out of here so quick. Sorry.
Because MGTOW is a philosophy, not a doctrine.
Well, you just said it was a cult. Wait a minute. You just said it was a cult. You just said it was a cult. So it's not a cult. It's a philosophy. What's a philosophy, Rhino? What is a philosophy? It's something that you choose to adapt for yourself. It's something that you choose to live by. Why do MGTOW adopt the MGTOW philosophy? Why do those men adopt that and become MGTOW? It gives them purpose. It makes them aware of their role in all of this. It's not lying to them like every fucking body around them, sir. So that's kind of important. There's a lot of stuff that's being left out here. A lot of stuff that's being left out here. MGTOW Samurai, oh, he's talking out his ass now, bro. Saw that one coming.
And in that philosophy, it states men going their own way. Not men doing what the cult of men believes they should do.
Now stop. Nobody told you. Hold on. Let me put his face back up there. Nobody told you at any point in time that you got to come to MGTOW that is clearly defined. You know what it is, and that you get to cherry pick and live the way that you think that it should be done. The philosophy exists in and of itself, and you adopt that. Why? Because it's going to make you a better person. It's going to make you a slightly harder man. Get your minds out of the gutter. It's going to make you slightly harder. You're going to learn how to deal with emotion. You're going to learn how to develop stoicism. You're going to learn how to develop neutrality when it comes to the people that would prey on your emotions, the ones that you should have control of, but because statistically you probably had a single mother raising you, or a very, very weak father that was under the thumb of the mother and afraid to make a move, you became effeminate. You're a hardwired man with an effeminate brain. So when you hear all of these troons out here talking about how they were born in the wrong body, they probably just had no father, no masculinity in their life, and their mind is in constant conflict and battle with their body, with their biology. No, sir, you don't get to come over here and talk this kind of fucking shit and not get rebutted.
Well, one of the things that I've heard in MGTOW quite frequently is no marriage, no cohabitation, no new children.
No additional or unwanted children. Meaning what, Rhino? Meaning keep your fucking dick in your pants. Control your biology. Don't be as irresponsible as them hoes that open their legs up to get fucked and then claim that they didn't actually get fucked. But you got me pregnant. No, bitch. We got pregnant. I'm on the hook too. Don't be irresponsible with your seed, men. Don't be irresponsible with your semen. I don't like to say it. I don't like to say that. It's very, very clinical. It's a detached thing. A detached thing. Rebel and Boltman, MGTOW is not a cult. A cult involves manipulation, abuse, and destruction of families. Correct. Correct. And there's a fucking ton of narcissism involved in that. A ton. I like turtles. Hammer nailed it, man. Bitch think. Yeah, what did Chronic call it years ago? Level 5 bitch think.
Okay. So let me get this straight. You want to be in, if you are at all, in a relationship where you do not cohabitate.
I cannot wait to hear this. I cannot wait to hear this.
Okay. Well, that unlocks the door for infidelity already. You're not under the same...
No. No. No, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It does not unlock the door for infidelity. Infidelity is executed by the people that are not morally and ethically strong enough to turn their backs on free dick or free pussy. Nothing is really for free when it comes to sexual contact. Nothing. You got to remember that. So no, that's a falsehood. RPR, that's a falsehood. We're going to back that up just a couple of seconds. I don't want to hear that again.
No cohabitation, no new children. Okay? So let me get this straight. You want to be in, if you are at all, in a relationship where you do not cohabitate. Okay? Well, that unlocks the door for infidelity.
No, it doesn't. That at best, that is misleading, and that it's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. Not cohabitating, let's put it this way. Cohabitating does not stop your wife from fucking someone else. It does not. It clearly does not. 800,000 receipts every single year. It clearly does not. Cohabitating with someone does not stop infidelity. So not cohabitating with them stops what? It doesn't stop it entirely, but it drastically reduces false sexual assault, false domestic violence claims. Drastically reduces the possibility that you're going to get caught up in somebody else's emotional shit. And the only way that they can get the fucking bulge on you, get the drop on you, is to call the murder squad. And they will. They will. If you're living with someone now, you're married, unmarried, just regular old cohabitating, whatever it is, you better keep your fucking head on a swivel. Don't ever turn your back. Don't ever turn off your shields. You need them. You need them. So no, that's completely untrue. That you're talking out of your ass.
Already. You're not under the same roof. But then again, maybe you want a no strings attached relationship. Then don't be in a relationship. Just sleep around.
What the fuck does that mean? What? Back it up. Back that thing up. 13 seconds.
And if you are at all in a relationship where you do not cohabitate. Okay? Well, that unlocks the door for infidelity already. You're not under the same roof. But then again, maybe you want a no strings attached relationship. Then don't be in a relationship. Just sleep around.
That's one of the dumbest fucking things that I've ever heard. I didn't think I was going to get on here and start trashing this guy. I don't want to trash him, but I can't let that go unchallenged. I can't let that go. Chris Knife, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged, and many of them are so inured, so hopelessly dependent on the system that they will fight to protect it. I agree. And yeah, it's a great fucking line. Great line. Yeah, we have a real fucking problem, Houston.
I'm not telling you to do that. I'm not advocating for that.
You just did. You just did. You just did. I'm not telling you to shoot that motherfucker. Don't pay attention to the fact that I just shot him. I mean, you just did.
But I am telling you that if you have no plans on family, then you have no business being in a relationship.
Really? Where did that fucking rule come from? If you don't plan on making a family, you can't be in a relationship with anyone? Who fucking made these rules up? What the fuck did you just say? What did you just say? You know, I've heard from time to time that folks said that this guy was fucking sharp. Y'all fucking lied. Y'all lied. Why are you lying to Double H?
Tell me what to do, baby.
Y'all some lying ass motherfuckers. Paperclip, my dad died and his live-in girlfriend tried to extort me for money to move out of the house. Yeah, that's common. Very common. The deal took months to resolve and $10,000 fucking dollars gone by. It's just 32 cents for a bullet. Metaphorically speaking, of course, sir. Metaphorically speaking. I wouldn't dare try to convince somebody to do that. Chris Knife Man, fuck this garbage piece of shit moron, but don't touch him. Sharp as fucking marbles.
Okay. Then we get into no marriage.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Well, isn't that again a man's individual choice?
Yes, it is your choice. Let me put his face back up there. Let me put that face back up there. It is your choice if you choose to get married through the state. It's your choice to do that. But then you don't get to turn around and say, look, gang, I got married through the state. I did this my way. That means I'm a MGTOW too. No, sir. No, it doesn't. It does not. It means you're dancing on a field of strawberries in the plantation. That's what that means. That's what that means. That's sort of like fucking Paul Elam trying to say, hey, I got a girlfriend and she lives 14 miles away and we've never spent the night at one another's house and blah, 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 whatever the fuck he was saying about that shit. Doesn't that make me a MGTOW if I want to get married? I mean, it's my choice, wink, wink. No, sir, it doesn't. This is obfuscation. Flat out fucking manipulation. Well, if I had respect for him, I don't anymore.
If he understands the risk, if he understands the family court system, if he understands what he might face.
Dystopian, how big is MGTOW realistically now? Razorblade Candy used to follow the numbers way back when. It was doubling, tripling, and quadrupling yearly back in the 2010s. MGTOW searches were off the chart. Do you know why MGTOW searches disappeared? Do you know why they tanked? The people that hate your fucking guts will always use this metric. Look, nobody cares anymore. It was just a fad. Until you find out that Google was manipulating the search results, manipulating the algorithm, burying it like they do with everything that they don't want coming to the surface. It's control, gents. It's control. You can't look me in the face and convince me that in 6 months' time, we went from millions of searches and queries to 22. Because we didn't. And as buried, as algorithmically fucked as the nomenclature is today, it still outperforms everything else in the manosphere by triple and quadruple. It just is what it is. Just is what it is.
Then isn't that ultimately his choice? Not something for other men to determine for.
Other men don't determine that. You see? Other men don't determine that. As far as I'm concerned, what this sounds like to me is a lazy ass way to justify the fact that you jumped out of this sphere into this sphere. That's what it sounds like. And instead of just making the fucking jump and saying, guys, I've decided I'm going to do something else, and dealing with a couple of comments that you knew you were going to get, you had to make this fucking whack video to justify what you did. No man controls you. No man or group of men is going to sit around and tell you who you can fuck and who you can't fuck. But what we are going to tell you, what I'm going to tell you, is that we have an established philosophy. If you can't live by that established philosophy, you don't belong in it. It's sort of like Christians that aren't really Christians, Muslims that aren't really Muslims, Jews that aren't really Jews. You see, there's fakers and fucking frauds and tell-alls everywhere that you go. Everywhere. Everywhere. Grifters, fraudulent fucking human beings. They're everywhere. They're all over the place. Lick cock! This man comes to the table in bad faith. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. I didn't think I'd have this reaction to this, but thank you for all of the fucking ammo.
Finally, no new children. Well, if you had children to begin with, chances are it tells me you did not look at the return on investment. And
Oh, that's fucking delicious. We're going to listen to that one more time. 20 seconds back.
If he understands the risk, if he understands the family court system, if he understands what he might face, then isn't that ultimately his choice? Not something for other men to determine for him. Finally, no new children. Well, if you had children to begin with, chances are it tells me you did not look at the return on investment. And
what exactly would the return on the ROI? What would the ROI be? What's it supposed to be? Isn't it just a little bent and twisted? Isn't it just a little fucked up out here? RPR, don't you see that, sir? You think that these men are just supposed to lie down and get kicked in the fucking balls repeatedly for 20 years and have their pockets emptied? Well, if you guys didn't see that coming, huh? Especially in this age of awareness, this information age that we are in, it's not slowing down. It's accelerating. It's speeding up. Speeding up. It's only getting faster.
And you didn't analyze the risk. If you're not planning on having children, that's fine. But many men do want that opportunity. And ultimately, biologically, that's the goal, right? To carry on the human race.
And let me ask you something, sir. Who do we ask to carry our seed? Who do we ask to carry our seed, Rhino? It's women, right? Because that's the way that we were made. We have the life. They don't have the life. We have the life. We deposit the life in them, and then they bring the life to the world. My man, fucking crashing out.
So that said, it's peculiar to me that there's a group of men out here that will tell you, if you look at the risk, if you look at the return on investment, and if you make a decision that works for you, doesn't work for them, then suddenly you're betraying the idea of red pill or
no, nobody's saying that. What they're saying is that you no longer have the right or the ability to call yourself red pill or MGTOW. You no longer have that. You can't do that because it's 180 degrees to what we stand for, to why the philosophy and the disciplines exist in the first place. That's what you're being told. And instead of stamping your feet on the ground and saying, I'm actually a MGTOW and a red pillar too, accept it and fucking move on. Sir, accept it and move on. That's like this group of fucking weirdos not too long ago that were trying to introduce homosexuals to MGTOW. Well, they're men too, but they chose to be homosexuals. MGTOW is 100% for normal men, because nobody speaks for normal men unless normal men speak for themselves and stick up for one another. No, sir, you don't get to do that. You don't get to write our rules for us. If you don't like the way that we are doing business, leave. Nobody, I'm not going to sit there and call you a bunch of names and call you, well, I'm calling you an asshole now because you're acting like an asshole. You're acting like a petulant child. But under normal circumstances, I would wish you well. Congratulations. That's what it's all about, right? Developing your bedrock attributes, controlling your biology, putting yourself at the fucking front and center of every single decision that you make. But that's not what's happening here. What's happening here is somebody made a decision to go wife up a fucking single mother, and then their life turned around. So now we have to validate the life that turned around. And I don't think that we do. No, sir, I don't think that we do. Good luck with your decision. I think it's a horrible one. I think it's a fucking awful fucking choice, a terrible choice. Now, I will say this. You get with a woman, say she's 30, 40, 50. She's got a grown kid. 18, 19, 20, not living at home. I don't consider that to be the same thing. I don't consider that to be the same thing. If she's widowed, grown kids, I don't consider that to be the same thing. Married for 50 fucking years, I don't consider that to be the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's not absolute thoughterry. It's not. It's not these Instagram cunts that are out here trying to fucking rape dudes. And of course, if men had any fucking balls, any brain cells to rub together and see what the truth was, they would know that that's what it is. Shannon Sharp, anybody? Lost his entire NFL net worth because he wanted to fuck some dumb broad on Instagram. I hope the pussy was worth it, homie.
MGTOW or whatever. Now, see, with MGTOW I could understand. I've never claimed to be MGTOW, never will, and I've said that many times on my show. Red pill's not the same thing. See, red pill also is a philosophy.
No, you get to MGTOW through the red pill. Very, very few people start at MGTOW. It's a progression. You'll find out that most of the people that are in red pill, the colloquially named red pill, are full of shit. That they're just PUAs, that they're just grifters, that they're selling you a plan and a lifestyle. That very few of you will ever turn into anything successful. That's what these folks are doing. No, you get to MGTOW through the red pill, sir. I absolutely consider red pill to be entry-level MGTOW.
It's about seeking truth objectively, right? And sometimes facts change.
No. Facts do not change. Facts are always facts, sir. They do not change. Your information can change, but it doesn't change a fact. That's an opinion. Your opinion changes, not facts.
Sometimes data changes. Sometimes we have to update our information. We find out what we thought was true, turned out to be wrong when new data came out. Red pill is simply about understanding the truth, making an assessment, and making the choices that work for you.
I see. And somehow, MGTOW is not, according to him. I don't know if that's what he's going to say, but that's what he's implying. Red pill, because it's in my name, is about the truth. It's amazing, isn't it?
A lot of red pill, prior to the men's movement, was actually conspiracy theory, which...
Not really. Conspiracy theory was conspiracy theory. And we've come to find out over the last, dozen or so years that most conspiracy theorists, a la Alex fucking Jones, were right 9 out of 10 times. No, conspiracy theory has always been that. It was not red pill. We know what red pill is. We know where it comes from. We know the philosophy behind it. You don't get to gaslight people, sir. You don't. You don't. I'm sorry. Got to call your bullshit. No, you don't get to do that.
Which is where I set my home. Which is why Red Pill Rhino as a channel exists as it does. It started off with conspiracy theories, bug out bag videos, camping, preparedness, all of that, right? Only later on did I reopen the channel and we focused more on dating, relationships, stuff like that. But
you just took the Christmas tree down today. Mine came down end of January. So it wasn't that long ago.
We've thrown in other Red Pill content as well. I've gotten several, videos along the way that were talking about, UFOs, aliens, Bigfoot, We've had videos like that. Government videos, we've done a lot of those. Here's the thing.
I like turtles. Sandman calls this cope behavior the love goggles.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
There it is. Let me get back over here real quick and talk to y'all. And get off this subject for just a minute. I want you to look behind me. Do you see those marvelous posters? Those incredible posters. Look at them. You see those? Those didn't just pop up out of thin fucking air. Those aren't a grift. That is proof positive that you can create if you have an idea, some willpower, and a little bit of cash. You can do that. You can do that. And it's taken a long fucking time for me to get to that point. And if you've been on this channel any length of time, you know that. You've seen me crawling, scraping, trying to get there. And we got there. We got there. I'm going to show you something else. Let me get right over here and show you. There it is. You like that box? I like that box. I like sturdy boxes. That's a sturdy box. Got a magnetic flapper. Where is it? Oh, other side, other side. Magnetic flapper. Lots of great art. Open it up. I'll try not to throw them on the fucking floor this time. There's your card set. You see, I oversized the box because you might want to put something a little bit larger in there. Get your minds out of the gutter. Just saying. We've got 13 of those left. 13. UC would totally do She-Hulk. I know he would. I know he'd get beat the fuck up, but he'd take it. He'd take it, especially if she put on some black lipstick. Oh yeah, he's finished. Give him a piece of pizza because he's done. Done. Let me pull this off of here real quick. And I want to add something to the stage. I want to show you this. This is our friend Chris Graves, who's doing 3 pages in this book for me. My goodness, is this guy ever talented? Now, I can't tell you what this is or what it pertains to, but you will see it in the not too distant future. He did send me the entire page. I'm not going to show you the entire page, but I will show you this frame. And I do hope with all of my heart that you all enjoy what it is that we're doing over here, that I'm doing over here. This is a one-man fucking show, so it takes a while to get this stuff put together and produced. And I think personally, you're going to enjoy it. I really do. I hope that you do. And even if you come back and you say, I'll listen to you. I'm not going to say I'm going to give you too much credit for it. I know when somebody's fucking with me and when somebody has a legit criticism, I'll listen to the legitness all day long. I will. Why is that thing jumping like that? Goodness gracious. Ketamine Troutman, this frame is an improvement from the prior one. Looking forward to the drop. I appreciate you, brother. One bone for life. DEI-free comics? Mainstream comics could never these days. They would never. They would never. They won't do that until they go fucking broke. until they dissolve, until they're done. They're not going to change course. They've lost a fucking ton of money over the last 12, 15 years doing all of this gay shit. Turning 1 in 3 is the figure now. 1 in 3 of all fucking superhero comics villains is bisexual, gay, troony. Huh? That does not exist out here in the world. It doesn't. So I know what's going on. I know what's happening, and so do you. Reven, it's too sexy, Hammer. It's amazing. It's amazing. And yes, you will say no to the rainbow. If you got any fucking brains, you will. Gents, we've given these folks at Used Tube enough of our time. I'm going to get switched over. We're going to finish this conversation over on Rumble and MGTOW TV. I'll talk to you all in just a bit, but I got to get you a verse. Let's get that verse. 2 Samuel 13:22-14. Howbeit he would not hearken unto her voice, but being stronger than she, forced her and lay with her. That ain't good. That's going to lead right to a stoning. Yeah. If you're not invited to take the pussy, don't take the pussy. It's bad. In every fucking way, it's bad. I'll catch y'all in about 6 minutes.